On the outskirts of Cambridge, Ontario, sits a garden, but it's not just any garden, it's an Indigenous garden. So the garden is run by Andrew Judge, a professor and coordinator of Indigenous studies at Conestoga College. He's had the idea for the garden since 2012 and recently received a $49,900 grant from the federal government for a project he's been working on called Recovering Earth Wisdom. The project's goal is to bring together Indigenous leaders, educators, students, and community organizations to help research and develop Indigenous studies programming. And expanding the garden is a big part of that. But what makes an Indigenous garden different from a regular garden? It's not just what's planted, which, of course, are native. Judges planting service berries, wild plums, pawpaw, Jerusalem artichoke, Saskatoon berry, black raspberry, hazelnut, just to name a few. And of course, he's not forgetting about growing sweetgrass, sage, and tobacco. But what makes Judge's garden really unique is its shape. It forms a 6-meter wide semicircle, and at the center is a spiral. He says the spiral is the basis for all life on Earth, and it's found in almost every natural growing thing on the planet. He's been studying under the guidance of an elder from Guatemala for 6 years who told him if you center the garden around a spiral, it's going to bring energy and create energy. And that's exactly what it's done. The garden, well run by Judge, is cared for by dedicated volunteers from across the area. Indigenous students from surrounding universities and colleges, families, people from the local Indigenous communities, and really anyone who's willing to get their hands dirty. And that's how Judge likes it. So if you find yourself in Cambridge, Ontario this summer and want to help take care of an Indigenous garden, you'd be a welcomed addition.
The Agenda with Steve Paikin is brought to you by the Chartered Professional Accountants of Ontario. CPA Ontario is a regulator, an educator, a thought leader, and an advocate. We protect the public. We advance our profession. We guide our CPAs. We are CPA Ontario. And by viewers like you. Thank you.